Happy Diwali, guys, because apparently Ria Speaks decided to drop a bomb on top of all of us with regards to this sunscreen scam. Now, I will just do a small summary of the entire situation and then I'm going to go into dissecting the entire situation. So, the summary is the fact that a really big content creator called Nit posted a video wherein he said that he independently, quote unquote, independently with his own money and shit, did a testing of 10 Indian sunscreen brands, out of which 6 failed the test and only 4, just 4, passed the test. Okay. And 4 may say be the ones which passed the test, 2 passed with flying colors, like insanely flying colors. Okay. Then today, Ria Speaks uploads this bomb-ass story, a series of stories where she's essentially talking about the fact that 2 days before Nitin Joshi uploaded his reel, Ria Speaks was, I believe she or somebody she knows, got a document basically making a campaign around this entire sunscreen scam. And basically how the campaign goes is they have been told by, and this is like an assumption, we can't outright say this, but this campaign originates or comes from the Medusa brand. I'm sorry, I'll have to use these similar sounding names. I can't use the outright names because I don't want to get sued. But the Medusa brand allegedly has reached out to a bunch of content creators who are not necessarily skincare content creators. They're like, they talk about a lot of things in general. I have seen a couple of reels, but now I know it's all part of campaign. You know, none of them are disclosing the fact that the Medusa brand is paying them. They're not disclosing that it's a paid campaign or anything, which again, I'm not shocked. But the fact is that they have been told to center this reel and talk about how these 6 brands have failed the test. And it's like very cleverly done. They're like, आप वो 4 जो पास हुए उनके बारे में बात ना करो तो चलेगा, बट ये जो 6 फेल हुए उनके बारे में ज्यादा बात करो, ठीक है? It's essentially a marketing campaign. It's not a marketing campaign, it's a marketing scam. A marketing scam done on a digital or social media level, wherein one particular conglomerate, the Medusa conglomerate, allegedly did this entire thing. They created this entire ecosystem of fear and shadiness and mistrust. Basically, they are trying to put down their competitions. And मतलब अगर आप इन 6 sunscreens के देखोगे ना, I'll be perfectly honest, I can very clearly tell which of these sunscreens are which Medusa would consider a threat according to them. Lotus and Rene, I don't think unki sunscreen sales itni hoti bhi hain that Medusa is threatened by them, that they would make this entire huge fucking scam tailored around this. I'm pretty sure that they just wanted to put down Wishcare, Dot & Key, Deconstruct and Foxtail. I'm like very sure that these are the brands that the entire marketing scam was centered around. I'm not shocked about the fact that a bunch of Indian sunscreen tests failed the woe. I was never going to be shocked. That was not the shocking part for me. Like I said in my reel, I lost a majority of my trust in this test when I saw Dernaco and Aquanologica's products appearing in the past test, and not just past tests. Like, it's bizarre to me that if allegedly in some universe, if Medusa actually paid for this entire test to happen to this content creator, if they've actually paid, they could have at least made it a little believable. मतलब Aquanologica did not just pass the test. It's like, for example, किसी ने मेरे को चीट शीट दे दी है, कल एग्जाम है, आज मुझे चीट शीट दे दी गई है, because that's exactly where Aquanologica's sunscreen has come out. It hasn't just come out like, oh, it's like SPF 50 on point. It was 150, like 3 times. Fuck that. It's like getting 300 upon an exam which was just for 100 marks. ठीक है, मतलब आपको अगर चीट करना है, लोगों को स्कैम करना है, at least make it believable. ठीक है. And same goes for Dernaco. It's a fucking Medusa brand. I will still keep saying that. ये पूरा scam इन लोगों ने रचा है. It is solely done to put down their competition. That is the kind of fuck all conglomerate shitty brand we are dealing with. Essentially what is happening is that Medusa is sitting on a table deciding which brands they want to fail so that they can create mistrust around them and which brands they want to pass. Obviously अपने brands को तो pass करना ही है. उसके साथ इन लोगों ने HUL वाले products को भी pass कर दिया है so that a lawsuit does not come in any of these people's way. That is exactly what is happening. Because my assumption is that Wishcare hua, Foxtail hua, these are big companies, but they're not on a conglomerate level. They're not HUL. They don't have the backing of an HUL or Medusa for that matter. Okay? So the point is, this entire test sunscreen scam is itself a scam. It's a paid thing done by a huge conglomerate, a scammy conglomerate called Medusa. I have been calling them Medusa for a reason. I've been shouting on top of my lungs, calling these people's marketing out again and again. But इस बार तो उन लोगों ने हद ही कर दी. But when I see such big conglomerates go to such lengths to put down their competition, that just goes to show कि इन लोगों के पास इतना पैसा है कि ये लोग ये सब हरकतें करेंगे, where you can allegedly pay a content creator with over 1 million followers to conduct a fake SPF test thingy, or rather conduct the test, but we don't know if they've paid the labs. We don't know. Allegedly, they could have paid the labs under the table and all to do all of this naach gana just so that people start shitting on those 4-5 brands and lose trust on these 4-5 brands. Am I saying that those 4-5 brands are trustworthy? Fuck no. But what I'm saying is that does not equate for you to start trusting these 4 brands that have actually passed, or rather these 2 brands named Dernaco and Aquanologica. That does not mean that you start going and buying and hoarding these people's sunscreen, because agar koi brand itne length se ja raha hai just to put down their competition, that just goes to show that there's something seriously wrong with that brand. They are trying to hide something. मैं ये 146.08 times बोलूंगी. Any brand, any product that comes out of Medusa should not be trusted. I have a couple of theories as to why they have gone to such lengths to do this entire campaign. Well, I have on multiple occasions called Medusa's many sunscreens through Aquanologica and through Dernaco out for not having all the necessary filters. Okay? Dernaco's official page has blocked me. Okay? Is that the actions of a brand that is ethical and scientific and on point with all their filters and it has such high SPF marking? I don't know. It doesn't seem so. There's a lot of shady claims that goes on with Aquanologica and Dernaco's sunscreens. Okay? बहुत fucked upness है. So multiple small content creators have called them out on this. Then this year they had a huge ass lawsuit against HUL. where HUL did this huge ass campaign where they talked about how they tested Dornaco's particular sunscreen, which turned out to have an SPF of 20, whilst the bottle was saying it has an SPF of 50. Now that lawsuit was set, like they both agreed to take down the ads and it was on. But वो question लोगों के मन में बना रहा, right? How do you combat years and years of smaller content creators calling you out on your BS bogus sunscreen claims and your marketing tactics and this year's huge HUL lawsuit? How do you combat that? You hire a content creator who is famous for doing all these tests, pay him allegedly under the table, okay, and have him run an independent lab test wherein your products pass with flying colors, have HUL also put in that. I will still say they have put HUL because they don't want to mess with HUL again. इस साल उनके साथ काफी टकराव हो चुकी है already, ठीक है? And secondly, they know that if they put HUL or any sunscreen on the failed test, HUL can very easily file a lawsuit against any of these people. So basically, this entire scam was done to not just put down your competitions in the market, but it was done to bolster their own brand. Am I shocked that they did this? Fuck no. As I said, this entire study lost me the moment I saw Dornaco and Aquanologica in them. I will say this 110 times again. Medusa is a scam brand. I don't care. They are a scam brand. They're a shady brand. And the amount of shit I've personally had to face because I have been a vocal advocate against them since day one. The amount of flack I've got from content creators who support this brand because I called them out on it. I called Dornaco's sunscreen out. A huge content creator decides to support her favorite bank account brand because she frequently keeps collaborating with this particular brand. And she made a bunch of stories debunking my reel, showcasing a bunch of documents that Dornaco had personally DM'd to them. And the amount of flack I remember I got from her because she's a very big content creator, DMing me crap was insane. This brand is a huge parasite in the name of Indian skincare industry. Their marketing practices are disgusting. Their products are shady as fuck. They have like a bunch of brands under them. They have like Dr. Shades, then they have Be Can't. They have like a bunch of brands under them. Any brand that falls under this Medusa conglomerate, if after this entire scam, agar koi brand is had tak ja sakta hai, where they're under the table funding a test to a content creator for with 1 million followers, you can only imagine the kind of money that he must have gotten paid for this entire scam. Okay? This is the lengths that this Medusa brand can go. And if you as a content creator decide to still collaborate with any brand, I'm not just saying Dornaco or Aquanologica, I'm saying any brand, whether it is Dr. Shades, whether it is Be Can't, they're like a bunch of other crappy brands. All of them are shit. Okay? Then yeah, I feel like you as an audience should call them out on it or just unfollow and block them and move on because that content creator has no integrity and none of the reviews that are coming out of them are reliable or trustworthy.